Welcome to another episode of Testimonials Wisconsin. I want to review two topics. It's one topic with two options. People talk all the time about nagging that happens in FSD, or when you're in FSD and the car tells you to touch the steering wheel when you're in version 13 or version 14. People discuss whether you need to have nothing on your face, if you can wear a hat or sunglasses. I'm going to drive the same route twice, first with a hat, second with the sunglasses, and we're going to see how much nagging I get. I'm not going to do it with nothing because people wear hats and sunglasses because it's annoying to have the sun in your eye. So we're going to see how this goes. But I'm going to start off with my nice Irish pub hat, and then I'm going to go to my polarized Oakley sunglasses that I've had for a couple of years. So let's pick a destination that I go to kind of a lot. We could either do Target or Best Buy. It's not too far away from my house. We're going to say, let's do Best Buy. Go to Best Buy. This is the way I wear my hat, like every day. So, and GPS is routed. I got a dog walker coming here, so I'm just going to start moving a little bit. I don't want to cut them off. And now that I am going, I'm going to hit the right ball to start. We're in FSD version 14.1.4. We're in standard FSD mode. And like I said, this is how I wear my hat. I wear hats every day. But when I drive the Tesla, I wear it differently, which I'll come to at the end of this video. We'll see how that goes. But let's put up a counter and let's see how many times FSD nags. Now I'm going to make sure to keep looking forward. I don't want to get nagged for looking out the side windows too much. But the one thing that a lot of people don't understand is that the camera in the car that's right above the rear view mirror is watching you. And from the research that I've gathered, the FSD is looking, that camera is monitoring both your face and your eyes. And obviously with sunglasses, it can't see your eyes, so it's going to rely on your face. From past experience, I know which one I like more, but let's try to not give away the goods until the end of the video. So right now, I have a 5-minute drive. Shouldn't be too long. Let's see in 5 minutes. Can I go 5 minutes with a hat without getting nagged? FSD being extra cautious, which is good. And away we go. I'm feeling confident, but either way, this will be interesting. I was wondering about this earlier today because I never performed this test before, but I had kind of wondered how, like, does 14 versus 13 have different nagging characteristics? I know from the past with looking away, 14 has a longer grace period than 13 did. Or I should say 14.1.4 had a longer grace period than 13.2.9. But I just got a note, FSD supervised hands-free mode off. Viewer, something is obstructed. So I don't want to say that's a warning, but the car didn't like something. So I know it's my hat. But we'll find out. Keeping looking forward. Right now it's 3 o'clock. Sun's kind of coming in from the southwest, so it's kind of right in my eye. First nag. Touch the steering wheel a little bit. Now we're done. Back to hands-free. That was not too far into our drive. We only got in here a couple minutes and first nag of the drive. How long are we going to go? Another 2 minutes? Another minute? Another nag. Drive. I could try to tilt my head back a little bit more, but that sun is like, even with where my head is right now, that sun is already hitting my left eye. So, and it's in the side. I could flip this down and flip that over, and then I don't have to tilt my head down so much. That's kind of using the visor to give me a little bit of protection. Oh, number 3. Come on. I'm not even leaning my head down. I have my head back a little bit. They're speeding a little too much for standard mode. Let's go back to chill mode. FSD is getting a little lead footy for me. Hands-free mode on. I have to research why it's telling me that because I haven't seen that much before. FSD hands-free, or FSD supervised hands-free off versus hands-free on. Going through the roundabout like a champ. I'm going to turn it back to standard mode. Sometimes I think going between the different modes, it like resets itself, because standard mode shouldn't speed that much. But now we're in a rural area outside of town. Speed limit's a bit higher. All right, I think we've gone a minute without another nag, which is excellent. Getting close. We're only a minute away from our destination. Are we going to make it this last minute without another nag? I don't know. I think we will. I think we're going to end with our count of 3. I think it was 3. But let's also see, as long as we're still playing around with 14.1.4, how's it going to park when we get there? I do have it set to self-parking standard parking lot. It was an interesting jerky motion as it turned in. It wasn't as smooth as it should be. I got that FSD hands-free error or whatever that pop up again. Again, I'm not sure what that is. And it is parking in curbside pickup. And it's doing a poor job of it. It's not so bad. I lied. I was just being a jerk. It kind of parked a little off to one side, but it wasn't bad enough. But 3 nags with the hat. Let's do that exact same drive again. Let's see what we get with sunglasses. Welcome back. Through the magic of editing, we're back at square one. Now, let's do the exact same path, but let's ditch the pub hat. Let's put on my polarized sunglasses, and let's see how many nags I get on this pass. Go to Best Buy. It is not liking me, so we will just do a recent search. We have it in. Hit start again. Same exact settings as last time. We are in standard mode. Sunglasses are on. Hat is off. It is only 10 minutes later than it was before. Sun is in approximately the same position. Visor is up. FSD's slowing down for some neighbors. And let's find out. I believe, if I remember correctly, we had 3 nags on the last trip with the hat. Let's see what it does on this trip. I'm guessing 0. But I can already say it's really nice having the sunglasses on right now. Even when it's not that bright outside, I find myself semi-squinting. Maybe I have overly sensitive eyes, I don't know. But I feel much more relaxed. My eyes feel much more relaxed having sunglasses on over a hat. But right now, with it being 3 o'clock in November in Wisconsin, the sun is right in your eyes, especially if you're heading west or south. It's right there. But taking a right, no traffic's coming, FSD's rolling slow. It's brake check into the car to my right, which makes no sense, but 14.1.4 is a little buggy. Rolling out. Let's see here. I gotta try not to look to the sides too much because I want to check nagging compared to the last one. And with the last run, I didn't look out the side windows too much. Usually when I'm driving, I'm spending a fair amount of time looking around, just enjoying my drive. I'm paying attention, but I'm taking in the sights as well. Whereas right now, I got to try to see, like, it could have gone there. But it's being overly cautious, which is okay. I'd rather have it be overly cautious than aggressive. So it's not the end of the world. Going through the roundabout well. I think it was maybe around this area here that I got my first nag on the last trip. So far, so good. I'm happy about that, and I don't even need my visor since I have some nice sunglasses. I mean, not that you still want it in your eyes. I could still flip it. Let's recreate everything just to make it as apples to apples as possible. So I got my visor blocking that southwest sun. Going down the Sade Road, I think it was around this area we got our second notification, our second nag. Haven't gotten that. Another thing worth note, aside from the nagging to apply slight pressure to the steering wheel, I was getting those messages that, again, I'm sorry, I need to research it. It was saying FSD supervised hands-off mode, activated or deactivated. I haven't gotten those. I got the last one pretty early on, and then I got it again as I pulled into Best Buy's parking lot. So I haven't gotten it at all yet. I've had no notifications. So far with sunglasses in my 2026 Model Y Juniper running FSD 14.1.4, I've had no issues. And with sunglasses. And worth note is that even before the FSD update, when we ran 13.2.9, I learned real quick to wear sunglasses. I typically wear a hat. I wear a pub hat. I've worn these since I was a little itty bitty kid. My grandfather wore them. He bought them for me when I was a child, so I grew up wearing them. So I wear pub hats all the time. People who know me in real life, they picture me with a pub hat. And it is what it is. But I can't wear them when I do FSD because it gets in the way. It gets in the way with the car supervising me. We are 1 minute out, 0 nags so far, which is excellent. I know it's a short drive, but try not to make the video too long. We're doing good. A leaf just blew across the road. Luckily, the car didn't brake check. I've had some of those issues with this new 14.1.4. Too many leaves, the car is very cautious. Which, again, if you're going to have cautious or ambitious for a autonomous car, you choose cautious. Turning in. Car did great. I also had to turn it to chill mode last time. I didn't have to do it this time, but that's obviously not because of my hat or sunglasses. That's just a peculiarity, I can't say that word, between every time you drive the car, it's doing its own thing, thinking a little bit differently. Let's see where it parks. Does it park in the same spot it shouldn't park last time? Does it park someplace new? Turning in. Oh, it's parking in the exact same spot that it shouldn't park. Yeah, so there's people coming here. I am going to take over, and I'm going to park behind me because there's absolutely no reason for me to park right next to these guys, especially in a spot that I don't need to be in. All right, so we finished the trip. Let's do a little post-trip discussion. 0 nags on this trip. And I know this wasn't a long test, but people don't need a 40-minute video of hats versus sunglasses. But I've noticed this from driving because we've had this car maybe 6 months now, and I FSD everywhere. And I noticed real quick that when I would wear my hat, because I wear them all day, every day, all year round, I like to wear them pretty much at this height, and the car would always nag me nonstop. So I've learned every time I get in the car, I kind of got to tilt my hat like that. It's kind of, what is it, a yarmulke or whatever, where you have it on the little Jewish back of your head hat. I kind of have to do it at that position, at the very crown back of my head while I drive. Otherwise, FSD is going to nag me all the time. And then when I get out of my car, I leave my sunglasses in the car, and I can wear my hat how I always wear it. And then again, you get back in it, I pull out my sunglasses, and voila. And even though FSD is doing it, the supervised does not like the hat. The hat obstructs, even though the sunglasses obstruct your eyes, I haven't had a single problem as long as I'm paying attention. I'll still get nagging with sunglasses if I spend way too much time, lollygagging out the side window or something, or looking at the screen. But as long as I'm paying attention with my sunglasses on, 0 problems. Now, nagging isn't universal. Yes, there's nagging looking out the window, but also it detects mobile devices. So if you put your phone in your hand, FSD, or I should say the interior camera, will pick that up real quick. And it'll even tell you on the dash, device in hand. So it doesn't mess around with that kind of stuff. So as long as you keep your phone on the charger or somewhere else, glasses on, you shouldn't really have too many problems. Why don't you do your own experiment? check glasses versus hats. Let me know how it goes. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Thank you.